this is no regular sized copper chest. It's actually big enough to fit almost 3,000 chests inside of it. But what's an even better idea is building a storage system in it, because this storage room won't cut it. Not in terms of capacity, nor in terms of me having to look through every single chest. Oh, and I'm also not following a tutorial. So let's see if I actually get this to work. This time, instead of trapping villagers to do work for us, for once, we are trapping copper golems inside their own structure. They will all work together harmoniously in the system, picking out every little item and... Wait, is this really how I picture this going? Dude, no, see, the carved pumpkins are over here. Why'd you put the... All right, let's get to work. Firstly, I'm going to build the outside of the box, or chest in this case, and clear all the area around it. Now, I do have a little bit of copper, but building a whole chest out of it probably wouldn't have happened. So I set out to find a lot more. There we go. We're on the money. Let's do this. Wow, I never thought I'd see the day where I go around looking for copper, of all things. Oh. Wow, this place is truly a gold mine. Or, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. A copper mine. Woo! I actually got a comment on the first video saying that they hated how much I interacted with the environment and the animals around me because it's so unnecessary. Can you believe that? I just want to stay up here. Like, I really do, because this is really cool. But that's not even all the copper I had, so I'm gonna have to do that again. Let's put all of this in a chest and go for it one more time. Great, so we've almost got a full double chest here, and I have just remembered that I'm gonna need to cook all of this. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna chuck it all through this right here. Right, so that's going to take a little while. Oh, here we go. The chest is now oxidizing, so that is exactly what the big one is going to do as well. But what I'm thinking for the big one is to actually meet somewhere in the middle and do like a half oxidized gradient kind of thing, which I think is going to end up looking really cool. I think. Let's find out. All right, we've still got copper cooking, but we've pretty much almost done it. I'm going to craft this. That's a trap door. How do you make blocks like that? I thought it was just going to be one of these dealios. Okay, well, it's going to take a lot more copper than I expected, but here we go. I'm going to turn one of these stacks into these ones, and now I'm going to get going, and let's see if I can make this look like a copper chest in the slightest. And for the outside, I'm going to do cut copper blocks like this. And that is the outline of how big the chest is going to be. 16 blocks, which should hopefully roughly translate into that. We are going to be referencing that image a lot. And that one. And that one. And that one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's very slow. I'm going to try speed bridging here. Watch this. Okay, so there's the outline there, which is basically just a giant cube, because that's what it is. But what I think will help it look a bit better and a bit more squashed down is this line running across the middle. So the outline is cut copper blocks. The main bit is going to be these copper blocks, which means what is that line going to be? I'm going to look at doing it out of granite like this, but then in the future, once it's actually built, I might just push this in one block to give it a little bit of a 3D effect. For now, I'm just going to mark it out so that I know where I'm actually placing all my blocks. So this is kind of what we're looking at. This actually does look kind of horrible, so I need to get to building this quick so that you do not think I'm a bad builder or anything, because I'm definitely not. And just like every other time, I have greatly underestimated how many materials, how much copper, how much everything I always need. Do I want to make a farm? No. No, I don't. I'm probably going to regret not building a farm sometime in the future, or maybe in 30 minutes time, actually. Oh, hello. Don't jump at me. Oh my, I hate these things. I don't even know why I can't pick up all the copper because I have all these random items, and This is why I need you. So after my second trip of copper mining, I still only managed to fill out another side of the big chest. So considering I had 3 sides left to fill out at an hour each mining trip, the math means I'd have to probably mine for about 3 more hours if I kept doing it the same way. Luckily for me, I have a beacon. So I'm gonna grab this, run over here somewhere, and then just go ham on this Y level, which is 48. All right, let's go. Despite my best efforts, I ended up just getting distracted again and going caving the regular way. But it's fine because I ended up finding a lot more copper doing it this way. Wow, now this is a bit nuts. Anyway, we're still doing a bit of smelting, but once I create some of these, this is what we have. So let us see how much of this we can fill up. Boom. All right. It's looking a little bit like a chest now with that buckle button thing, whatever you want to call it. Especially if you look at it from a little bit of a distance, huh? Look at that. Yes. I'm just going to grab this copper chest here and place it here so that I can use it for reference. Now, the outer edges seem like they are lighter than the inside. So I think I'm going to have to wax all of these cut copper blocks around the outside in honey and then let the inside ones oxidize so they are a different color or a different shade rather. And there's also this roof pattern that I need to replicate. So let's get to that. Cool, we've definitely got a little bit of a depth effect going there, but they do need to be a different shade, which means I'm again going to need to wait for it to oxidize, and I'm going to regret not having pre-oxidized all the blocks. However, I had figured out a solution. What if I just stay AFK, wait for this whole thing to oxidize, and then strip every block down? Well, unfortunately, that strategy doesn't cut it, because I just AFK'd for 12 hours, and we are not even close. All right, well, here's what I'm gonna do to get this thing exactly right, because this is just not working out. I'm gonna take it apart completely. And splay it all out across the whole world, because that doesn't look terrible at all. If you weren't aware, the reason this works so much better is because the blocks have air around them, which leads them to oxidize faster. Now for the fun task of collecting all of these while getting shot at by mobs. Yep. You know what I just realized as I'm waiting for these last few pieces to oxidize is I don't have any actual honey or honeycomb. So, probably should have made a farm for that before any of this stuff, but better late than never. I'm going to collect some of these flowers, and I also need to get some water bottles so I can make my own mud. Because I don't know why, but blocks for some reason travel through mud down into hoppers, so we'll be making the farm with mud. Oh, it's nighttime. Okay, I actually need to go collect the beehives nest things. Oh, I don't have any space in my inventory, and I'm on fire because this guy has fire arrows for some reason. Everyone leave me alone, please. Now, I am going to make this farm on the nether roof right here so that these bees can work overtime because there's no such thing as nighttime. Okay, now I'm going to grab the rest of the materials and get to building this farm. Just need to make sure you guys can all work properly. There we go. Hang on, I'm supposed to be putting flowers down. No! Oh, damn. Ah, great. Now I'm missing 2 flowers. I mean, 3 flowers. Now I'm missing 4 flowers. This is brilliant. You know what? It's good because I actually was missing some bees. So let me go get some more flowers. After messing around and finally getting all the flowers in there, I AFK'd for a few hours and we at last have enough of everything. Wow, this turned out to be quite a process. But I've got all my oxidized copper, which I can strip to be any shade I want. And then I've got all my honeycomb, which I can use to wax the copper to keep it to that color, but I'm not gonna do that because I've caused myself enough of a headache with this already. Let's finally build this thing so that I can trap a ton of copper golems for their entire life. So I can build a cute little storage system with tons of these little guys. He's a cow. He wants to, okay, let's go. It's actually storming outside my house right now, so I hope me building this doesn't, get me struck. I don't know why I'm looking at the Minecraft sky as if that... Okay. Anyhow, the outline I made out of fresh unoxidized copper blocks because this chest right here has light blocks on the outside edges. So we're going to use this regular cut copper all around the outside, and on the inside we will use the weathered version like that. Now quickly, I need to get rid of this pillar before I get struck in real life. Get out of here. Please leave me alone. Now, instead of just doing it line by line and waxing and stripping every single one of these, I'm just gonna fill in every side. Just like that. As you can see, all sides are done, and now I just need to do the roof, and now we can... There's a zombie somewhere. Probably it. Oh. Okay, there's a bit more than a zombie in that. We won't worry about that. Let's get started on the colors. First of all, with the roof, because I think this will be the easiest. We're not going to do a gradient up here. We're just going to do some shading. So these, for example, need to be a different color to the outline type of thing up here. But instead of this being fully oxidized, this is hard because once I do this, I can't go back. But I'm thinking maybe I do this color for the top. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. Like that, right? But I'm actually not sure about this shade in here. I might just let that go back to fully oxidized. So now comes the slightly complex part of doing the gradients around the outside. And I didn't do... Now after I put this thing on here, whatever that happens to be called, now I can finally do the gradient. Got my scaffolding set up. I'm ready to go. Now, I can't mess this up because it's going to take forever for this to oxidize again. So let's just hope I nail it. So we're going to go like this, right? And I'm just going to keep going because, see, the idea here is to have... Okay, the idea is for one side to be oxidized copper, for the middle to be weathered copper, and for the other corner to be... Okay, I like it. I like it. That area there is a little bit off balance. That needs to be stripped one more level. So I did a gradient from bottom left to top right. Now I need to go from top left to bottom right. I see. Okay, now that I've done two sides, this is starting to look really cool. Okay, there's the gradients done on all sides, and I must say, I think it looks very cool. And wow, I did not need this much honeycomb at all. Now for the entrance into the storage system, I think I just go for a little something bit more special like that. I don't know, that's kind of basic. I'll figure something out later, but for now we'll stick with that. So we cross a bridge, that'll be here one day, and we come in here and there's skeletons shooting at us. No, there is many little copper golems sorting thousands upon thousands of items. And you might be wondering, how are you going to do that? How does that work? How are you? I don't know. Okay. But seeing as the outside of the chest is now complete, I shall figure that out right now. Now, I did educate myself quite a bit on copper golems back when the update came out. So I think all I need is just a bunch of these and a bunch of carved pumpkins. And then I need a bunch of chests for hoppers and whatnot. I don't know how many hoppers I need, but I'm going to go for 64. Wow, that was stupid. I don't need that many. Okay, I need to light up there so that zombies and stuff. So that doesn't happen. Ah, great, I didn't bring any glass because I'm an idiot. And I do actually need glass or else I can't troubleshoot the system when I inevitably make one that doesn't work. Did I just see a sand block? Oh, these Endermen are out of control, man. Okay, so we come in here and I'm going to dig down. Turns out the creeper did me a favor. Not really, not at all. Maybe I should just build it. How about that? Yeah, listen, I'm just gonna build the first level and then you'll see how the system works. Come over here. Yeah, that's it. Get in there. Get in there and then... No. Ah. Okay, listen, I'm just gonna have to entice him with one of those. Yep, that's it. Get in there and then I'm gonna trap you in here for now. Oh, okay, you just... So this is one of our input chests. This is gonna be my main bit of items right here that I use the most. I come in here, I just go boom. Look at him go. Look at him go. He sorts through the different chests by putting in more of the items that are already in there. And anything he can't find the chest for, he puts into the overflow box at the end. And these overflow boxes will always lead to the lower levels copper chest, which is how they make their way down the system. However, that means the next copper chest needs to be on that side. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, get in there, and then boom. Like this. Boom. Oh, except I'm an idiot. Completely forgotten a step. Where'd you go? Where did he go? It's alright, it's alright. Something's gonna go wrong every time, as usual. 3 levels of the sorting system done. And now I have seen those sorting system with the mine carts and the multiple copper golems on each level, and I don't know. I think this is easier, and this is, well, it is slower, but it's definitely easier and the best I can come up with. The best I can come up with, of course, being the very base level of copper golem sorting systems. Please don't bully me in the comments. I tried my best. No, wait, no. Ah, I didn't block it. Guy's being a right git, mate. You're being a yes, that's it. Don't go that way. No, please, son. Oh my god, look at this mess. Couple of things. Down here is where the big items are going to be stored, like cobblestone and dirt and stuff. So I'm going to need some more chests. Now for every item down here, we have 2 double chests of storage, which is still not that much, but we'll work with that for now. The second quirk is it works faster depending on what level of the system I drop my items into. But once it's all built, I can't actually reach the top level up there, as is demonstrated by me trying to... So I guess I need to build one of my patented water elevators. This was supposed to be one of those transitions into where I'm building the thing, but this is exactly why I'm building the system, because I cannot find anything. Like, where is my kelp? Bang. The items are coming in hot, and this guy is now working overtime, as they all will be soon. So the items I have a lot of, like cobblestone, I just put in here, and that gets sorted immediately, just like that. And then everything else I put in here, which gets sent up this water stream, and then makes its way down the entire system. Although right now, he's probably just, yep, he's putting it right in here. This leads me to one of the best parts of this system, and that is the fact that one chest can have multiple things. For example, if I was to, for whatever reason, craft 16 walls, and I was to fill this with walls, with this, and with this, and then I put all of those in the input chest, he is going to put all of those in here. Anyway, now I need to figure out how I'm going to be reaching these chests up there and in the middle without it being a complete pain. First of all, I'm going to install some stairs along here, and then maybe build up some stairs in the middle here that go upwards. Let me see if I can figure this out. Okay, this is what I've come up with. Ignore that. I definitely didn't get a trident thrown at me. I come into the sorting system. I can access all my lower levels here. I can come up the stairs and access all of these. And I can also go all the way to the top. And these platforms are made out of slabs, so they do appear smaller than they actually are. Get out of here. Now, having this as the system where I can access any of these chests versus running across a room that is like 200 blocks long, I'll take this any day. Now, before I start sorting out every individual chest, this place looks like a mess, and I think the main contributor is the grass and dirt. So I'm gonna decorate this place real quick with, I think, a combination of spruce wood and stone. Get back in there. Get back in there, please. There we go. All right, need to make sure not to do that again. After decorating, I decided to stop procrastinating and transfer all my stuff from the chests laying around my world. I even made a chest boat. Never used one of those before, I'll tell you that much. And here I am with the storage system pretty much complete, going all the way down there, except I've got some empty chests here that I haven't figured out what to put in yet. Otherwise, I've got chests sorted for all the essentials: cobblestone, stone, deep slate building blocks, regular building blocks, grass and dirt. Like, even all my fences and stairs and slabs, they all get into the right chest. The only problem is it's really slow. Takes him a while to get over here. Yep, he puts some of those stairs away, and now he has to go all the way back over there and then do that again. So here's my solution to that. Check this out. I'm quite literally just gonna go up to my copper chest, which takes me less than 2 seconds. Grab some of this, go down to my pumpkin chest, grab some of these, shear these guys really quickly, and then, oh no, what's happened? I don't want to put my shears away. Well, I can just put them here, and they will be sorted by this guy into this chest. Thank you, sir. Anyway, as I was saying, my solution is to quite literally just put more of these guys in here. Now we wait for him to get in there. Boom. We do that. And now there's 2 of them. Now, let me put another golem in each row. What the? It happened again. Oh my. There we go. That should be the last duo. So now we've got 2 of those guys in each one, and the storage system, or the storage copper chest rather, is complete.
Holy Jesus.
I then went on a random assortment of tasks to gather a bunch of random materials. And now I can swim over here and put all of this to get sorted for me. But there we go. Look at them all harmoniously working together. This is just fantastic. Actually, didn't run into too many hiccups with this build, which is quite surprising. Maybe just a couple. Oh, and don't worry, I have not forgotten good old Chester right here. Thank you for the name suggestion. Also, he hasn't despawned this whole time while I've been recording, so I think he's here to stay.